Millionaire invited single mother cleaning lady as a joke, but she showed as a diva and everyone was shocked. The mansion sparkled like a palace. Crystal chandeliers. Marble floors. Guests in tuxedos and gowns swirling glasses of champagne. It was the kind of party where every smile hid judgment. Every laugh weighed your worth, and at the center of it all was Richard Lawson. Millionaire investor. Arrogant. The kind of men who measured people not by their hearts, but by the labels on their suits. He loved to show off. But tonight, he had something special planned. A joke. That morning, while his staff rushed around polishing silverware and setting tables, Richard had noticed Maria, the cleaning lady. A single mother. Quiet. Worn out. Always moving with her head down, pushing a cart filled with rags and sprays. He smirked. What if, he told his friends with a chuckle, we invite her to the party tonight? Can you imagine? A cleaning lady, surrounded by millionaires. His friends laughed. Do it. It'll be hilarious. So Richard, dripping with mock kindness, approached her. Maria, why don't you join us tonight? Big party. You deserve a little break. Maria froze. Me? Sir, I don't think, but he insisted. Come. Dress nice. You'll have fun. Behind his smile, the cruelty was obvious. Everyone knew it. Maria knew it too. But she looked him in the eye and simply nodded. All right. I'll come. That evening, when the party was in full swing, Richard and his friends kept glancing toward the door, snickering. She probably won't even show, one whispered. Or she'll come in her work uniform, another sneered. Then, the doors opened and silence fell. Maria stepped in, but she was unrecognizable. Gone was the plain uniform, the tired bun of hair. In her place stood a woman in a flowing midnight blue gown that shimmered with every step. Her hair framed her face in soft waves. Diamonds, small, elegant, glittered at her ears, but it wasn't just the clothes. It was her. She carried herself with grace. With poise. With power. Like a queen entering her court. Whispers swept the room. Who is that? She can't be the maid, can she? Richard's smirk froze on his face. His wine glass trembled. Maria crossed the room calmly, every eye following her, until she stood before him. Good evening, Mr. Lawson, she said softly, her voice confident. Then she turned to his guests, those who had laughed at her name just hours earlier, and began speaking with ease about art. About culture. About investments. Her knowledge was vast, her charm undeniable. She wasn't just fitting in. She was owning the room. One guest, a French art collector, leaned in eagerly. You've studied Monet? Maria smiled. I spent 2 years in Paris before life changed. Another, a London banker, asked about her thoughts on global markets. She answered with sharp analysis, smarter than half the executives in the room. Gasps. Admiration. Even envy. The so-called cleaning lady was suddenly the star of the night. Finally, unable to take it anymore, Richard hissed under his breath. What is this? Who are you? Maria's eyes locked on him. Calm. Steady. I'm a woman you thought was beneath you, she said. A single mother who scrubs floors so her daughter can eat. But before that, I was a graduate of one of the top universities in Europe. I spoke at conferences. I worked with investors bigger than you'll ever be. The room gasped. Maria's voice didn't waver. My husband left me. Life collapsed. I took whatever job I could find to survive. And every day, people like you looked at me and saw only a maid. But tonight, you see the truth. Richard's face flushed crimson. His friends stared at the ground, ashamed, and then, the most powerful twist of all, the French collector approached Maria, smiling warmly. Madam, I'm hosting a gala in Paris next month. I would be honored if you'd attend as my guest. The London banker added, I could use someone with your insight on my advisory team. Let's talk business. Hands reached out. Invitations poured in. Maria had walked in as a joke. But she was leaving as the centerpiece. At the end of the night, Richard stood alone, humiliated. His party had backfired. Maria passed by him, pausing just long enough to whisper, never underestimate the people you think are invisible. One day, they might be the ones everyone is watching. And with that, she walked out, her head high, her dignity blazing brighter than any chandelier in that room. The next morning, the city was buzzing, not about Richard's party, but about her, the single mother, once mocked, now admired. The maid who turned out to be a diva. And the millionaire who would never live down the night his joke made him look like the fool.